Today on the list, mark your calendars because new holiday movies are almost here.
Oh, fudge.
And how to get a full body workout in only 20 minutes.
This is going to give you that muscle definition.
Plus, an easy way to learn to play the guitar.
We learned those by learning Every Good Boy Does Fine. E, G, B, D, F.
But up first, how to achieve the perfect work-home balance. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey guys, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes. Listen to this. Work, eat, check emails. More work, check voicemail. Finish up some work, sleep, then back to work.
Yeah, if this sounds like you may have fallen into what's known as the on-call mindset.
Jackie Denker has tips to help us break that cycle and enjoy life. And that's our featured story at the top of the list.
Some of us have fallen into the work mindset that anytime, day or night, we're on call.
The expectation, whether it's internal or external, that we must always be available.
If this sounds like you, listen up.
This is a part of hustle culture, and the reason that we need to talk about it is because it actually impacts our productivity in a negative way.
So to learn how we can overcome that way of thinking and finally clock out, we spoke with burnout recovery strategist, Dr. Kate Steiner. First, decipher what requires immediate response and what can wait.
There are lots of different reasons why we need emergency response, but we want to recognize that there is an intention behind that, and it's just not any and all things.
So to help figure it out,
put yourself in the seat of your customer, and you want to be empathetic to what they're going through in that moment.
But ask yourself,
is this something that is going to be drastically detrimental to their business or their health if we don't respond to it immediately?
If not,
probably respond first thing in the morning, and they will be okay with that answer.
Next, she says you should never be the only one who knows how to do your job, so have a backup.
It is really important that we have cross-trained someone to be able to do all the aspects of our job.
Because
if something were to happen to you, if you were to be unavailable for any given reason, other people need to know how to respond and how to do the things that you do in your job.
So they can step in.
That way, when you go on vacation, you can be on vacation. You are not still thinking about the office and, oh, what happens if that thing needs to be done? You know you have a backup.
And if you don't know who that is, talk to your supervisor.
Brainstorming who can be the backup when needed, and offer being a backup for someone else.
Finally, set clear availability boundaries.
Are there certain times of the day that you don't want to be responding to work email or the phone in that aspect?
If it works with your boss, set those boundaries.
The next step is communicating those standards with the people around you.
One way to do that,
have an automatic message that says, hey, I check email between noon and 2 every day.
And then own your downtime. Block time in your calendar.
Really be intentional with it. Have an idea of what you want to do during those days, and recognize that sometimes doing nothing is absolutely fine.
Taking time off by overcoming the on-call mindset is at the top of the list.
Looking to burn the most carbs in the least time? Heck, I'm in. We're fast-tracking the pain and the gain with the total body workout. And by the way, if it hurts you to watch this, I can assure you it hurt me to do it too.
Time to tighten things up. Spending hours in a gym doesn't fit into everyone's schedule.
I need more kettlebell.
So we're flexing up a compact new way to work out.
You could just do a couple full body moves, about maybe 20 minutes if you're going really hard and you just take very minimal breaks.
I have to admit, I'm a little scared. Colette Washington, owner and head coach at Set Apart Fitness in Gilbert, Arizona, has promised to put me through the ringer with a total body workout. Let's kick it off with kettlebell swings.
I'm gonna have you bring those feet out a little bit, about hip width apart, and you're just gonna swing that kettlebell in between your legs. Keep that core engaged. Hinge those hips back.
How far up do you want me to go?
Right there is perfect.
Okay.
About 90 degrees at that armpit.
This move works your whole back, shoulders, core, legs, and forearms. To do it right, keep your knees slightly bent, but don't go into a squat.
How many of these would I do?
I'd recommend probably doing about 15 of these, and then give yourself about 20-second break, and then do another 15.
Oh yeah, this is nice. Ooh, This is gonna earn me a beer afterwards, right?
Yeah, maybe a couple.
Next, kettlebell clean and press.
It's pretty much like a deadlift. You want to start with those feet about hip width apart.
Okay.
Your knees are slightly bent.
Okay.
Your back is straight.
Okay.
And you're going to bring it up, throw it up and toss.
Oh, actually a little toss.
Yep, a little toss.
Okay.
Squat,
Squat.
come up, and press.
This exercise combines the deadlift, which targets the hamstrings, glutes, and back, with the squat, which hits the quads, and shoulder presses.
And you would do 15 of these, take a quick little break, and then go right back into another 15. And you can always slow it down too. If you're trying to just get the move, you can always take it step by step and then speed it up over time when you feel comfortable combining the 3 together.
Finally, burpee push-ups.
Show me in slow-mo what I'm doing so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, slow motion, so burpee, you're gonna jump all the way up.
Uh-huh.
Yep, bring it down to the ground, jump it back, bring it down into 2 push-ups,
Okay.
jump it back up, and then go right back into that jump, and you've started at the beginning again.
She says you should feel this in your calves, quads, pecs, triceps, and your lungs.
I can't even make a sarcastic comment because I'm getting my breath.
Colette recommends using this exercise as a finisher to your routine.
I would have it be like a 45-second finisher.
Okay.
You're gonna go as fast and as hard as you possibly can.
This works everything.
Now when you come up to that very last jump, try to jump up as high as you possibly can. Add that extra cardio.
Whew.
Burning calories without burning time.
TED Talks have exploded in popularity over the years, so it could be time for you to do one. You're probably way more interesting than you realize. So if getting on stage and sharing your story is something you've been considering, we've got tips to set you up for success.
TED is an acronym that stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. And TED Talks are viewed or heard 3 billion times annually. So chances are you've seen 1 or 2. They range from the profound.
My contention is that creativity now is as important in education as literacy.
To the inspirational.
You're imperfect and you're wired for struggle, but you are worthy of love and belonging.
To the downright kooky.
Weird. Say it with me.
And if you have something to say, you could be front and center with your own TED Talk.
Big TED has the Big TED Conference, and in order to live their mission to spread big ideas, they also have TEDx conferences, which essentially are independently licensed conferences.
Public speaking coach Cesar Cervantes has 3 TED Talks under his belt.
It's an incredibly brave thing to get on stage and try and make people laugh.
And he has 3 tips to help you land and succeed at your own TED Talk, starting with picking your topic.
The biggest mistake people make when they think of a TED Talk is that they think of it as only personal story, or if you have a story of adversity. A TED Talk has moments of personal story that help us connect with the topic, but ultimately it's really about a big idea. So meaning, how can we universalize this idea and all of us can go out and apply it and change the world for the better?
And Cesar says it doesn't have to be a brand new idea, just a different way of seeing things.
They're really looking for something that has a unique spin and for someone who has great credibility in whatever their topic is.
Next, you don't have to be a professional public speaker. In fact, several TED Talkers have even shared their experience with stage fright.
I'm not joking, you know. This stage fright is real.
TED is more concerned with authenticity than speaking skills. Those can be massaged and coached.
Finally, apply.
What you want to do is you want to create a list of TEDx sites that are in your area or wherever you're willing to travel to. And then they will announce at some point when they're accepting speaker applications. You got to get your idea clear and powerful and then submit.
Be the talk of the town with tips for landing your own TED Talk. Still to come on the list, discovering the secrets to wellness from a curandera.
I've been known as a kitchen healer.
Plus, learning to play the guitar through TikTok.
It's awesome, it's easy, do it.
And
I'm your ghost of Christmas present.
A Christmas Carol is back with a new twist.
How did you know all that? I didn't, I was just following you.
Next on the list.
Hey, Hey friends, welcome back. You know, the practice of healing has been around far longer than doctors' offices or the drugstore around the corner.
And today, we're learning how to use the natural elements around us to heal from a woman who uses techniques handed down from her ancestors.
Yeah, very cool. We are going old school, learning earth medicines from a curandera.
There will always be trendy health fads that come and go, but underneath it all, there are practices that have been working for centuries.
And that's what the whole book is about. It's about removing all of the trendy language that we see now and just getting back to our roots.
Felicia Cocotzin Ruiz is a curandera, or Mexican traditional healer. And with her new book, Earth Medicines, she's sharing ancestral wisdom, healing recipes, and wellness rituals to help us all live better lives.
I really want people to acknowledge that they can be their own healer.
Her book is organized into sections highlighting the 4 elements, so we're learning how to use each, starting with water.
A lot of people are not eating hydrating foods.
Hydration is more than just drinking H2O. You can also make sure you're nourishing your skin and body by incorporating foods like cucumbers or avocados.
One lifestyle practice that I've been doing now for decades is oiling my skin. And I do have recipes for that in the book. And so by keeping it hydrated, we're nourishing from the outside in versus the inside out.
Our next element is air.
Don't add stress to your life by incorporating wellness, but just when you have a moment feeling that tension, to just stop and to breathe with intention.
Felicia says we tend to be shallow breathers. And even though it's not usually something you think about, take a moment and focus on your breathing.
It doesn't cost anything, but to just take that moment and really get that deep breath where you feel it, you know, in your stomach almost.
A few deep breaths can lower your cortisol and stress levels and help you go about your day. Next up, earth.
All of our ancestors understood the value of being outside and needed to be outside.
And you can actually use what is outside surrounding you once you learn more about it.
For us here in the Sonoran Desert, what many people don't know is we actually have one of the most edible landscapes in the entire world.
And the final element, fire.
When you have a really strong metabolism, that's when you've got that fire energy going, and it's helpful in digesting your food.
And to strengthen that fire energy, you can try using specific herbs and spices like ginger, cinnamon, cayenne, and cumin seeds. We're learning how to use the earth as medicine.
If you've ever thought about learning to play a musical instrument, but you're not sure how to get started, maybe give TikTok a try. Teresa Strasser has 3 TikTokers to follow that can help teach you how to play. Hey, Teresa.
Thank you. With more than 8.7 million likes combined, these 3 TikTok music teachers are giving us all a free lesson in how it is done. Coming in at number 1, Baby Austin 95. Austin Gannon is taking his drumming skills and breaking it down for students from beginners all the way to expert mode. You may think that looks easy, but it is way harder than it looks. At number 2, Dan G. Simmons.
It stays on the A minor, 2, 3.
Dan is taking his love for music and teaching everyone on TikTok how to master the piano.
So the trick is you start with your thumb, index, middle, and then slide your thumb over for the 4th note of that scale, or the F. And then the rest of your fingers should fall in place for the rest of the scale.
His tips are so easy a beginner could easily follow along. He also teaches us how to harmonize.
See if you can find chords that have the note of the scale in it. Could be A minor, G over B.
I might be tone deaf, but I still appreciate this guy's teaching skills. And last on our list of social media accounts teaching you instruments, Guitar 9000, Roger Tomlin. This rad music teacher is not only shredding on the guitar, but he is teaching everyone on the internet how to do it too.
it's awesome, it's easy. Do it.
With a teacher like that, who knows? It just might be.
We learned those by learning every good boy does fine. From the bottom, E, G, B, D, F.
And those were a few TikTok accounts teaching you how to play an instrument. More to come on the list. Stay with us.
We have a quick list of tips for aging gracefully from NFL Hall of Famer Joe Montana. First, be around people as often as you can.
I think the people that you're closest to, you just need to be around. Laugh as much as you can. Have fun with your life.
Second, focus on how much you eat.
Start by portion control. Just give me a little. Don't put a lot in my plate because I know I'll eat it. I really don't need any more.
And third, keep your body moving.
Stationary bike, using steps as an exercise, it helps, put you in the right frame of mind to start your day.
For more list tips, head to thelisttv.com.
Welcome back. On today's watch list, Christmas is a time of magic and wonder, so much so that some of us can't possibly wait until December to start celebrating. So Hattie DeJamal is kicking off the festivities with November's new holiday movies.
With Christmas just around the corner, Hollywood is gearing up for some amazing entertainment.
There are nearly 150 holiday movies coming to TV and streaming this year.
Giving us a jump start of new Christmas flicks rolling out this month is the senior entertainment writer from Variety magazine, Angelique Jackson. Up first, Falling for Christmas.
Sometimes you can't rush things. Lindsay Lohan makes her big screen return after nearly a decade.
Produced by Lindsay, this movie about a newly engaged spoiled hotel heiress suffering from amnesia after a skiing accident is inspired by the 1987 hit Overboard.
My name is... The trailer for Falling for Christmas has a little Easter egg, too. It is set to Lindsay Lohan's rendition of Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Falling for Christmas releases this Thursday on Netflix. Up next, Spirited.
If you've ever wanted a chance to see Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell singing and tap dancing, this movie is for you.
I am your ghost of Christmas present.
This film is a modern retelling of Charles Dickens' 1843 novella, A Christmas Carol.
Spirited also features original songs by Oscar winners Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, who are the ones behind La La Land, The Greatest Showman, and Dear Evan Hansen. So you know that these tunes are going to be stuck in your head for weeks.
Holy.
Spirited drops in select cinemas this Friday and then streams on Apple TV Plus November 18th. And finally, A Christmas Story Christmas.
I triple dog dare you!
If you were one of those kids who watched A Christmas Story when it came out in 1983 and then went out and got your tongue stuck to a telephone pole, we have the nostalgia pick for you because Ralphie is back.
Oh, fudge.
Peter Billingsley returns and slips on those plastic rim glasses as Ralphie, 30 years after the events in the first movie.
This movie sees Ralphie, now an adult, returning home to the house on Cleveland Street to give his kids a magical Christmas, just like the one that he had as a child.
What did you say?
A Christmas Story Christmas streams November 17th on HBO Max. Christmas movies coming long before Christmas on the watch list.
Hey, Ralphie's back and he has both eyes. He didn't shoot one out.
Good for him. And when you see Ralphie, of course, you know holiday movie season is here. But what if I told you Ralphie was really pronounced Rafie?
What are you talking about?
Okay, well, not him. He's from Cleveland, not England. But we are looking at names we've been saying wrong all along. Last on our list is next.
Welcome back. It's time for what's last on our list. And KG, who just dropped the album 30 and is about to launch her long-delayed Vegas residency?
Well, that's easy. It's Adele.
Okay, you're both right and wrong.
How so?
You've got the right person,
right,
but you said her name wrong. Add the artist formerly known as Adele to the list of names we've been saying wrong all along. Listen to this clip from Gerardo Mencia's Happy Hour with Adele.
Hi Adele, I'm Annie and I'm from London.
Love that. She said my
It
name
just says
perfectly.
London. Yeah.
He came and asked me how I say my name and I was like, Adele.
Can I just say that hearing her say it only muddies the waters for me because her accent's so thick it doesn't clear out how I, as a speaker of American English, should say it.
Yeah, you know, after this video dropped, some publications have been printing phonetic pronunciations as Adele. But you're right, she kind of says Adele.
Maybe it's a Brit thing. For example, I was calling Rafe Fiennes Ralph before he corrected everyone over a decade ago. This is from The Hollywood Reporter.
There is a tradition in the UK, in England, of pronouncing R-A-L-P-H, Ralph, as Rafe.
Yeah, it seems to happen a lot in Hollywood too. Chrissy Teigen is apparently Chrissy Teigen. Timothy Chalamet is really Timothy Chalamet. And Ariana Grande grew up saying her name as Ariana Grande. And you know what? Here's what I think. It's their name. They should dictate how we say it, not us.
So I can change my pronunciation to Jamais Rajodes.
No, Jimmy, that is absurd.
Oh, come on.
Also, you're not famous enough.
Wow.
You are just not famous enough. Sorry about that. And friends, that's what's last on our list. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Tomorrow on the list.
This is Patrick. He's the one that started all this stuff. The OG.
How this rescued donkey saved other animals. And how to avoid parking fees at a short-term rental.
Don't be embarrassed. Ask questions to make sure your needs can be met.
Plus, the ways bachelorette parties have changed.
We get a lot of girls that want like a yoga class to come into their home.
That's tomorrow here on the list.